Namaste, everyone, and welcome back to Temples, Books, and Science. Are you ready to dive back into the fascinating world of Vedanta? As you know, we have been delving deep into this ancient system of Indian philosophy, uncovering its core concepts, its remarkable connections to modern science, and its practical implications to our daily lives. In our last video in the series, we explored the Mahavakyas, those powerful declarations from Upanishads that proclaim our identity with Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman, Tattvamasi, you are that Brahman. But now, some of you might be feeling a bit of a shift in gears. We have been immersed in the depths of non duality, the oneness of all existence, and suddenly we find ourselves amidst a vibrant display of deities and devotion. We just finished a series on my Golu, a celebration of the Divine Mother with a special focus on Lalita Sahasranamam, 1,000 names of her divine glory. It might seem like a U turn, right? On one hand, Vedanta tells us we are already Brahman, the ultimate reality, complete and whole. On the other hand, we have this rich tradition of worship with elaborate rituals, prayers, and offerings to various gods and goddesses. How do we reconcile these seemingly contradictory ideas? If we are already Brahman, then why engage in any form of worship at all? These are profound questions and we are going to address them head on. We will explore how Vedanta views the act of worship, the nature of deities, and how these practices can actually deepen our understanding of non duality and guide us towards the realization of our true selves. We will discover that worship in the Vedantic context is not about blindly supplicating to an external deity. It's a powerful tool for self transformation, a way to purify the mind, cultivate devotion, and ultimately realize our own divine nature, the truth of Aham Brahmasmi. To truly understand how Vedanta and worship harmonize, we need to explore the fascinating concept of different orders of reality. Imagine yourself putting on a virtual reality headset. Suddenly, you're transported to a different world, a digital realm with its unique landscapes, characters, and rules. In this virtual reality, you can do things that are impossible in the physical world. But even within this virtual reality, there are still rules. You have to play by the rules of that specific game. Now, let's apply this analogy to Vedanta's view of reality. Vedanta describes three levels of reality. Paramarthika Satyam. This is the ultimate reality, like the source code of existence. It's the realm of pure Brahman, where there is no separation, no limitations. In this ultimate reality, you are the programmer, the game designer, and the player all at once. It is in this order of reality the Mahavakyas are applicable. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Next, there is a lower order of reality, the Vyavaharika Satyam. This is the relative reality of the game world we experience every day. Here, duality appears. We perceive ourselves as individual players interacting with other players and the environment. We experience joy and sorrow, success and failure, birth and death, the full spectrum of human experience within this game. Finally, there is Pratibhasika Satyam. This is the illusionary reality like a dream, a mirage, or an optical illusion. It might seem real, but it lacks substance. Here, I want to take a pause and point you to another video I've done on the law of karma, where I use the virtual reality analogy to explain the interplay of the different orders of reality. Please watch it if you want to dive deeper into this concept. I have provided a link in the description and also at the end of this video. Vedanta acknowledges that while we are ultimately Brahman, in the relative world of Vyavaharika Satyam, we experience limitations. Just like your avatar in the virtual reality game can't break the rules of that game, we cannot defy the laws of nature or escape the cycle of birth and death in this relative reality. Incidentally, the Hollywood movie Matrix deconstructs this concept very well with a plot and characters. I have done a series on this movie and how it incorporates Vedantic concepts. If you want to understand how we are bound by the rules of virtual reality while we are in it, I recommend you watch this series, especially this one that explains how the virtual reality world binds us. I have provided a link in the description and also at the end of this video. Now let's jump back to the orders of reality. Understanding the different levels of reality doesn't invalidate our experience in Vyavaharika Satyam. Just as enjoying a virtual reality game doesn't mean you deny the existence of the physical world, appreciating the beauty and challenges of this relative reality doesn't negate the ultimate truth of Brahman. In fact, by engaging with this game consciously, by playing it skillfully and with awareness, we can actually deepen our understanding of the source code, the ultimate reality of Brahman. Now, let's delve deeper into this virtual reality of Vyavaharika Satyam. Vedanta tells us that this world is not ultimately real, but rather a manifestation of Maya. Maya is often translated as illusion, but it's not simply an optical illusion or a hallucination. It is more like a cosmic veil, a power that creates the appearance of duality and separation where there is none. Shankaracharya beautifully describes the nature of Maya in the hymn Maya Panchakam. Nirupama Nitya Niranshakepya Khande Mahichiti Sarva Vikalpanadi Shunye Gatayati Jagadisha Jiva Bhedam Twagatita Gatana Patiyasi Maya. I am pure consciousness, which is unique and eternal, partless and indivisible, and which is free from change and distinctions. Yet, Maya is so skillful that it accomplishes the impossible. It makes me believe that me, the individual, the world, and God are different entities. It projects this illusion in my consciousness. Maya is composed of three gunas. That is why Maya is often referred to as Trigunatmika Maya, comprising of three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. These are fundamental qualities of forces that permeate all creation, otherwise known as Vyavaharika Satyam. You can think of them as pixels in the virtual world. You can think of them as three fundamental colors of pixels that make up everything in the virtual world. The Sattva pixel represents purity, harmony, and light. The Rajas pixel represents activity, passion, and movement. The Tamas pixel represents inertia, darkness, and ignorance. The entire Vyavaharika Satyam universe, with all its diversity and complexity, is woven from these three gunas. Our bodies and minds, the objects we perceive, even the gods and goddesses themselves, all are manifestations of Maya and its three gunas. Vedanta acknowledges that while we are ultimately Brahman, in the relative world of Vyavaharika Satyam, we experience limitations. We have a body, a mind, and we are subject to the laws of nature. This is not a denial of the ultimate truth, but a recognition of the reality we currently inhabit. Imagine yourself immersed in a virtual reality game. Your avatar within the game must abide by the rules of that virtual world. It cannot defy gravity or walk through walls. It is bound by the parameters of that reality. Similarly, in the virtual reality of Vyavaharika Satyam, we experience limitations. We are influenced by our karma, subject to cause and effect, and bound by time and space. And just like a virtual world has its operating system and administrators, this universe has its own cosmic administrators, the deities. They are not separate entities, but personifications of the powers and qualities of Brahman that govern this universe. This brings us to an important distinction in Vedanta, Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. What is Nirguna Brahma? This is Brahman from the perspective of absolute reality, Paramarthika Satyam. This Brahman does not belong to the virtual reality world. This is Brahman without attributes, the ultimate reality beyond all qualities and limitations. It's the pure consciousness that underlies all existence, the source code in our virtual reality analogy. It's beyond description, beyond comprehension, and yet it's the very essence of our being. Then there is Saguna Brahma, Brahman that pervades and governs the virtual world of Vyavaharika Satyam. Everything that exists here is Brahman. This is Brahman with attributes, the manifestation of the divine in forms and qualities. That's why this is called Saguna Brahma, Brahman with the three gunas. Our body and mind is Brahman with limitations that Maya has imposed on it. It's like the characters and objects within the virtual reality game. They have specific forms, roles, and powers. The gods and goddesses we worship are aspects of Saguna Brahma, personifying different divine qualities and cosmic functions. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva represent the cosmic functions of creation, preservation, and transformation. Lakshmi embodies abundance and infinite potential within Brahman. Saraswati represents knowledge and wisdom, the inherent intelligence of the universe. Durga symbolizes strength and protection, the power to overcome obstacles. When we engage in worship, we are not pleading to external beings. We are invoking these cosmic powers, aligning ourselves with the very forces that govern this reality. We are tapping into the qualities they represent within ourselves: abundance, wisdom, strength, and seeking their blessings to navigate the challenges of life and evolve. Worship in Vedantic context is a powerful tool for self transformation. Through rituals, chanting, and contemplation, we purify the mind, cultivate devotion, and dissolve the veils of ignorance that obscure our true nature. It is not about blind faith or external forms. It's about understanding the deeper symbolism and inner significance of these practices. It is about using them to awaken the divine within, to realize the truth of Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. So, Vedanta and worship are not contradictory. They operate at different levels of reality, supporting each other on the path to self realization. Vedanta reveals the ultimate truth, while worship provides the practical tools to experience the truth in our lives. And this brings us to the magnificent Lalita Sahasranamam, a hymn that beautifully encapsulates both Saguna and Nirguna aspects of Brahman. It is not just a list of thousand names, but a profound tapestry of philosophy, devotion, and practical techniques for self realization. Like the Upanishads, it speaks of the ultimate truth, the non dual reality of Brahman. But it goes further, weaving this philosophy with methods for realizing the truth. It invokes the Divine Mother, Lalita Tripura Sundari, in her radiant, majestic form, a manifestation of Saguna Brahma. Yet, her thousand names also point to the qualities and powers of Nirguna Brahma, the infinite consciousness, the ultimate source of all creation. The Lalita Sahasranamam doesn't just describe the philosophy, it provides tools for experiencing it. It incorporates mantras that can purify the mind and awaken dormant energies. It alludes to the Kundalini Shakti, the dormant spiritual energy that, when awakened, leads to profound transformation and self realization. By chanting Lalita Sahasranamam with devotion and understanding, we invoke the blessings of the Divine Mother, tap into the power of mantras, and awaken the Kundalini within. We connect with both the Saguna and Nirguna aspects of Brahman, experiencing the divine in its manifested glory, while also realizing our own true nature as pure consciousness. So, join me in this exploration of Lalita Sahasranamam, a journey into the heart of Vedanta and the depths of devotion. Together, let's uncover the hidden treasures within this sacred text and experience the transformative power of the Divine Mother's grace. In the next video, we will begin our deep dive into the Lalita Sahasranamam, starting with the first few names and their profound significance. Don't miss it. That's it from me. I hope you will join me on this fascinating journey as we uncover the hidden harmony between Vedanta and worship, between non duality and devotion. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on this exciting new series. Thank you for watching. Shri Matre Namaha.